Hey everyone, welcome to a new episode of Imagination Megapark. Now, in the last episode, I added this parachute tower with several vehicles operating independently from each other using a clever shoestring method. And in today's episode, I want to continue working on this area and I want to add a coaster over here. Now, the kind of coaster that I want to build is an inverted hairpin coaster. Let me make the interface a bit bigger. So I want to make an inverted hairpin coaster, but instead of the normal vehicles, I'm going to use the face-off vehicles, which are normally a train for the compact inverted coaster. And they're typically used on the shuttle coasters, so we'll have guests facing both ways. Now I'm going to use these vehicles in a clever way, and that's I'm going to hide log flume reverser pieces on the track, so it looks like the vehicles actually reverse at several points in the track. Now I first saw someone else make this kind of coaster. It was made by Mamarias, first on a Reddit post and later also in one of my contests. So all the credits for figuring out this kind of ride go to him. Anyway, before I do any building, let's go name some more handymen after commenters on my last Imagination Megapark video. Right here you can see the new additions to the Handyman squad, and if you also want to end up sweeping from it in my park, just leave some fun or interesting comments. Alright, with the Handyman named, I'm now going to build this new coaster. Alright, I've now created the layout for this ride. Now, as you are able to see, you can see these vehicles at these rotating sections, and here it looks like they actually rotate around. Well, they will actually reset right after they have rotated, but it's only really visible if there's only two people in the vehicle. Else it will just look like it has actually rotated, unless you really pay close attention to the color of the clothing of the guest, for example. But I think it's a pretty convincing effect, and you will later also see it when there's guests in it. For this roller coaster, I also wanted to have some inversions in it. So over here, I actually put in this vertical loop from the compact inverted coaster track. I think it's a pretty spectacular element, definitely the most spectacular element of this ride, and I'm sure a lot of guests will later look at it, because I will make the path right by this loop. I think it will be a really nice element, and definitely it would be an eye catcher over here. Now I also put some other inversions here. There's actually a hidden inline twist at this part of the track, and I actually put some of this mini suspended coaster track in its place, and that will make it look like these coaster vehicles are actually spinning around this piece of track. I think this looks pretty cool. Now this part actually didn't have any supports at first, so I also put some invisible track here with supports. These are some custom supports here for the track. Or else we would just have this large span without any supports here. I think this also looks pretty nice. Alright, with that done, what I will do next is actually give this ride a nice station and also a queue. Now here in the middle we have some empty space, so I think it will be a nice space for the queue to actually pass through. Okay, the ride now has a station building and also a queue, although the queue is still a bit undecorated as of now. But yeah, I used the space here in the middle just to allow the queue to pass through. And as I already predicted, you can see several of these guests actually looking up at the loop. I think that that's really cool, and it provides some nice interaction. I would probably also be standing here looking at the loop, and shortly after that entering the queue to ride this thing. Now here you can also see the station building. It's mostly just a simple castle building with some wooden texture here on the roof. And also here at the bottom I also put some of these jungle fences. And I think they provide a great wooden texture. Now this building is pretty simple. I'll probably add a little bit more decoration to it later. Now with the station built and also with the queue sort of taken care of, the layout at least, I think it's time to start decorating this whole area over here. So yeah, let's go. Alright, I've now fully decorated this inverted coaster. So you can see for some of these inverting elements, or where they rotating elements I should probably call them, where these vehicles get rotated, I built some towers around them. So you can see that over here. No, I didn't build a full tower. On the bottom I just built some wooden supports. I thought that would look pretty cool. So you can see a little tower over here. Now for this one I didn't make a tower. That's mostly because there's some track under it, so I wouldn't be able to make a full tower here without it clipping through the track. So I just kept it like this. I think it also works pretty well. I did make an extra support over here just to support this part. For the ground under the coaster and next to the queue, just put some of these buildings right next to it. And other than that, just lots of berry bushes. Also put some barrels in between. And as for this path that used to be here, I decided that this is just a back lot for this building over here. So it's just a little bit overgrown and forgotten, because nobody uses it anymore. Now to fill up some more of the space here, I just put some buildings here which are actually not functional. And behind the buildings, just some more of these bushes here. And to fill up this space here, I just put one of these magic carpet rides, because I think a magic carpet actually fits in the Sprocket City area pretty well. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this new coaster. Now something which it still does need is a nice name. It's still called Inverted Hairpin Coaster 1. If you have any suggestions for the name of this new coaster, please leave them in the comments. And if I see a really nice one, I might just pick the one you chose. Alright, that's going to be all the building for this episode. If you enjoyed watching me build, please consider giving this video a like. It would really help out my channel, and if you want to see more of these kind of videos, you can always subscribe to my channel. Now, I think it will be fun to end this video with a ride on this new roller coaster. Alright, that's going to be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you again in the next one. See you later.